What is up, Simpsons fanatics? It is Ash Rock back with another review. This is going to be on the Lego Simpsons Minifigures collection. So let's look at the packaging really quick. So here is the packaging. As you can see, Lego Minifigures, the Simpsons, ages 5 and up. Now this is a mystery packaging, so you don't know which figure you're going to get. But you know, and you could kind of like try to feel for it, like maybe feel like Marge's hair in there or something, because they are essentially disassembled. They're not put together. So you can kind of feel around, but it's really difficult to tell, man, unless you're like crazy good with that kind of shit. But chances are you're really not going to know who. And then as you can see right there, there are 16 to collect. I'm pretty sure there's going to be a ton more to come out. And the back, nothing special, just some wording and we are this and advertise that and blah, 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 blah. So, now, as soon as you open them up, I recommend scissors. I just used my teeth and that hurt like hell. But get some scissors and cut that bad boy open. But as soon as you open them up, there's a little like booklet in there, obviously, with all the characters, okay? I'm guessing this is going to be like Series 1. There's got to be way more characters coming out because The Simpsons is such a large universe. I don't see how they could only come out with 16, but they did come out with 16, probably of some of the more core characters, if you will, and some of the more popular characters, but I'm sure there's going to be a ton more to come out. And you can see there, 1, 2, 3, and whatever, all the things that they come with. Homer comes with a donut and a remote control and stuff like that, so that's pretty cool. On the back, you can see the different heads and how to assemble it, all the little accessories that they come with, and most of them do come with stands. I believe all of them do come with stands, so that's pretty cool as well. So I spilled the packaging out. As you can see, this is Mr. Bart Simpson, so we're going to assemble him really quick. You can see it's pretty simple. You got the slingshot in the back, and you got to just kind of connect the pieces. I mean, Legos, if you guys were growing up, you know Legos are like some of the easiest things to mess around with. I was never really creative with my Legos, unlike some people, but you know, they're very, very simple in their approach. But so here he is, and then he's got his little skateboard here, and you snap on the wheels, and they do move. Snap on the other one, and then just pop him on. And boom shakalaka. So there you go. And then you have the option for the stand as well. But why would you need the stand really if you have Mr. Bart Simpson? So pretty damn cool. Let's move on to the rest of them. And there you have it. So this just recently came out, and these are mystery packaging. Again, like I said, so that kind of sucks ass juice. It really does. I don't know what ass juice tastes like, but it really does. You know, you could feel, like I said, you could try to feel around and see what you got in there and feel the packaging. That's what your mother does to me every night. Anyways, but you could try to feel the packaging, and it just looks awkward at a store when a child and his mother are looking at you, being a 30-year-old man, feeling up on toys. It just doesn't look right. I'm not allowed to go into at least 3 Toys R Us's now. So, thanks, Lego. Anyways, so it is really tough, but I did end up buying 20 of these things at once. They are $3.99 each, and I got 11, and then I got 9 doubles. So, yeah, but they're not, these are really, really hot right now, and people really want them, so it won't be too difficult to get rid of them. And I will probably just sell them or trade them off or whatever. But anyways, so they're absolutely awesome though. Now normally my reviews, if you guys watch my reviews or if you're new to them, I review paint applications, articulation, and then a final score. Here I will base just strictly paint applications and molding more than anything, and then kind of give you a final score on what I think of these bad boys. Now this is my first time collecting Legos since I was a kid. I don't collect them, but I had to get these because I'm a big Simpsons fan. If if you're in your 20s or 30s, chances are you grew up on The Simpsons, and there's so much there, so much characters, and the love for these characters is just remarkable. I still have love for them even after all these years. So what I'll do is I'll look at each one of them individually, and we'll just kind of go over their accessories and what they come with, and kind of give you guys what I think at the end. So the first one here is Maggie Simpson. So you can see she comes with a little teddy bear. It's all a little torn up a little bit, and she's got her little concerned eyes, you know. And, you know, if we're going to talk about articulation, you know, these Legos have very standard articulation. You have the up and down with the arms. You have, you know, the head swivels around. And they're, you know, again, they're all disassembled, so they're really easy to just pop off and put back on. But simple, very, very simple. Similar to Mini-Mates, it's all about the charm with these things. It really is. Character selection and charm. And Legos has a vast amount of character selection across various genres and movies, TV shows, cartoons, video games. So, I mean, Lego is huge, obviously. It's still running after all these years, and a lot of it is the simplicity, it's the charm, it's the larger generation of people who've been buying these for so long, and it's an amazing, amazing line. It really is. It's expensive, but it's very, very nice. So, but here's Maggie. So, I thought this one came out really nice, really little cute little thing. Then we got Ralph. So here's Ralph, a very, very goofy young man who's extremely confused and perhaps a little slow, but nonetheless a very cool character. And I thought this came out really nice. He comes with his little, what you call it, Valentine's Day, card. I choose you, which came from Lisa Simpson, which then made him pretty much fall in love with her. And yeah, if you guys remember that. So I thought that was kind of cool. So speaking of Lisa, so here she is. She comes with this little dress piece here that's kind of a little tricky to put on. When you guys get the figure, you'll see. But it does overlap, and then you have to remove this piece here. I'm not going to do it right now because it was kind of a biatch putting it in there. That's what she said. But once it gets in there, it looks pretty good. So it's not bad. But again, she's really cool. She comes with her little saxophone, of course. What else would she come with? So pretty nice there. Ned Flanders. So he comes with a cup that says "I love Southpaws" and a little toolbox, property of Ned Flanders. So the toolbox that I believe Homer has taken from him many a times, and it actually says property of Ned Flanders on it, but Homer doesn't really give a shit. So that's pretty damn cool, but it looks really, really nice. The likeliness of the character is awesome. Milhouse. So the nerd that everybody seems to love. Very simple. I think the sculpting on the head looks really, really nice. The blue hair and whatnot. Very, very cool, man. And then he comes with the little comic book, his little Biclops comic book. And then there's a Pooh, my uncle. Race jokes. But he is very, very neat as well. I think the sculpting came out awesome. The hair, the way he looks, man. It's so cool. And he comes with this little squeegee. Is it squeegee? Squeegee? Whatever. Squishy. I can't fucking pronounce it. Whatever. Squishy. Yeah, whatever. But he comes with that. It does not sit in his hand or anywhere, so it does have a little peg hole at the bottom that you kind of place on the Lego stand. And then you can place him next to it like that. So that's the way I got it set up. But you could probably put it next to him too, but it's kind of running a little tight maybe. But still, really, really cool, man. I like it. Then there is Mr. Bart Simpson. So Bart, again, as you guys saw when I opened up the packaging, did come with a stand and a skateboard. I choose to put him on the skateboard. I just think that's way more fitting. It's Bart Simpson. How else would you want him? But the skateboard does have wheels, and they do rotate, so he does move around. That's kind of cool. But I like it, man. That's really, really neat. So, I don't know. These things are so fucking cool. I love them. And then Mr. Itchy and Scratchy. So I'm glad I at least got these two together. That's pretty cool. The likeliness of the character is awesome. This tail is separate, so you remove this portion here, the upper torso, and then you'd have to put the tail on there. It like wraps around the little peg hole, and then you put the torso back on top. So really, really neat, man. These two, they always cracked me up as kids watching their little mini sketches on The Simpsons. And they come with their little weapons, which is cool. He comes with an axe. He comes with a club. I think that's really, really neat. So I'm glad to have these in my collection for sure. And Mr. Burns. So Mr. Burns comes with the three-eyed fish, as you can see there. That was just something that was genetically created. Well, not on purpose. It was, just the pollution and whatnot in the water that caused a three-eyed fish to be born. And the rod, the carbon, I believe is it a carbon rod? I think it's a carbon rod, an inanimate carbon rod that gets the award for, I believe, Employee of the Year or something like that over Homer Simpson. Everybody else in the plant got the award except for Homer, and the 1 year Homer thought he was going to get it, this thing got it instead. It was a classic episode, and he's got his little spots on his top of his head, and this is just a really cool one. I like it a lot. And the final one is Grandpa Simpson, which is my favorite one. I don't know why. Well, I'll tell you guys why, really. Not so much for Grandpa. I always thought Grandpa was a great character. Don't get me wrong. I love his... He's just completely zoomed out. He doesn't know what the fuck planet he's on half the time. But that's what makes him so awesome. But what makes this figure so awesome is that he comes with this little newspaper. And on the newspaper, the headline is Old Man Yells at Cloud. I died when I saw that in the episode of The Simpsons. And then I resurrected and came back as a toy reviewer. But no, I laughed so fucking hard. And then when he came with this in the figure itself, the little mini Lego, I thought that was so awesome. So for each character to have something unique to them is really, really neat. And the charm is just over the edge, man. It just stands out so much more. So that's all the ones that I got. I ended up getting 11 out of the first 16. I still need to get a bunch more to go, obviously. Homer and Marge, in particular. Krusty, I really want as well. Nelson, and then Chief Wiggum. Those are all on my list right now to get. But, and I'll get them over time. I'm not really concerned. But is this worth getting? If you're a big Simpsons fan, absolutely. I think they are worth getting. They're $3.99 a pop, so they're not too cheap. They're not too expensive. I think for $3.99, that is kind of, in a way, a little because you don't know what you're getting. You really don't. I ended up buying a lot of them to get what I got, and I still got a shit ton of doubles, which kind of sucked. But again, with doubles, a lot of times, especially with figures like this is probably the hottest set of figures right now, I think. They won't be too hard to get rid of. But again, it depends on you. If you're looking for a certain character, maybe you just go buy that character straight up and pay a little bit more. Or you can take your chances and buy a shit ton like I did. But it's completely up to you. But I think they are awesome. I think the simplicity is great. Final score on these guys is a 9 out of 10. Awesome, awesome set of stuff. It's about the charm. Don't give me that, oh, they're not articulate or not. It doesn't matter. I'm reviewing them objectively and based on just the Lego genre, really, and the Lego format. So, but based on that, I highly recommend them. Go get yours if you can. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, remember to laugh every day. I'll talk to you guys next time. Peace.